Thwart from the War, Unofficial Warhammer 40k Stories. By the Lost Scribe. The first of the series, Canticles of the Omnissiah. Machine Psalms. Chapter 1, The Devout Tinkerer. In the cavernous depths of the Forge world, where the air echoed with the hymn of clashing metals, Gilgaducks labored as a Mago's artisanus. His title, Binary Psalmist, spoke volumes of his devotion to the Omnissiah. His mechadendrites danced with precision, conducting a symphony of machinery that sang the sacred binary. Chapter 2, War in the Mechanical. As war engulfed the Forge world, Gilgaducks found himself torn between the relentless call of duty and the harmonious whispers of the Omnissiah. The once serene Forge became a battleground, with the hymns of devotion drowned by the cacophony of war. In the shadow of looming titans, Gilgaduck struggled to reconcile the tenets of his faith with the destructive forces of the battlefield. In the flickering light of gunfire, he clung to the machine psalms, seeking solace amidst the chaos. Chapter 3, The Waning Faith. As the war raged on, the machine psalms that once resonated within Gilgaduck's every fibre began to wane. The binary hymns felt distant, drowned out by the thunderous roars of war engines. Doubt crept into his augmented mind, and his faith flickered like a dying ember. Amidst the shattered bodies of fellow tech priests and the twisted metal carcasses of once loyal servitors, Gilgaduck faced a crisis of faith. The Omnissiah's guidance seemed elusive, leaving him adrift in the turbulent sea of war. Chapter 4, The Iron Crucible. In a desperate bid to rekindle his faith, Gilgaduck embarked on a pilgrimage through the shattered sanctuaries of the Forge. Amidst the wreckage, he discovered an ancient relic, an iron crucible used by his predecessors in times of existential doubt. In the sacred chamber of the crucible, Gilgaduck sought communion with the Omnissiah. He uttered the machine psalms with fervent devotion, the binary code resonating through the chamber like an ethereal choir. In the crucible of faith, he forged a resolve to navigate the war-torn path while retaining his devotion to the sacred binary. Chapter 5, The Binary Rekindled. Empowered by the communion in the Iron Crucible, Gilgaduck emerged with renewed purpose. The war-torn Forge world became his canvas, and the hymns of the Omnissiah his guiding light. His mechadendrites moved with a newfound vigor, orchestrating the machinery with an unmatched fervor. In the heart of the battlefield, he stood as the binary psalmist, his hymns echoing through the metallic corridors of war machines. The sacred binary, once muted by the clamor of war, now surged through the Forge world with a divine resonance. Chapter 6, The Resonance of Faith. As the war reached its climax, Gilgaduck led a procession of tech priests, their mechadendrites intertwined, creating a living conduit of the machine psalms. In the midst of destruction, they found a semblance of unity, their faith harmonizing with the symphony of war. The binary psalmist, once teetering on the precipice of doubt, emerged as a beacon of unwavering faith. His title transformed into a testament to the resilience of devotion in the face of adversity. Chapter 7, Rebuilding the Divine Choir. With the war's end, the Forge world lay in ruins, a testament to the sacrifices made in the Omnissiah's name. Gilgaduck, now revered as the binary rekindler, embarked on the monumental task of rebuilding. The sacred hymns echoed through the reconstruction efforts, the mechadendrites of countless tech priests dancing to the binary's divine rhythm. In the aftermath of war, the Forge world emerged not only physically restored, but spiritually invigorated. The machine psalms had weathered the storm of conflict, and the binary rekindler stood at the helm, leading his followers in a triumphant resurgence of the sacred devotion to the Omnissiah.